Hi, it's the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your July 2017 general readings. Thank you so much for joining us here today, and welcome to any newcomers who may be with us for the first time. Thank you for your likes, shares, subscribes, your support, feedback, and comments. Thank you to my regular clients for being so consistent with your feedback on how our readings continue to play out in your lives. And for everyone who keeps me so busy with personal readings, thank you for the trust that you place in me to interpret and intuit the cards for you. And if any of you are interested in a personal reading with me, you haven't read with me before, you can click on the About or Description button on my channel's homepage for more information and my email address. You can email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. I do a wide variety of readings: love and romance, compatibility chartings, career, work, and finance, year overviews, monthly packages of monthly readings or bi-weekly readings, and gift readings and so on. So email me if you're interested. We'll go from there. Current turnaround time for personal readings, by the way, is anywhere from a few days upwards of 2 weeks, but I do readings full-time 6 days a week, so I'm usually able to get back with you quite quickly and almost always set up a reading within a 2-week period of time. Now, these are general readings. There's many of you watching, so of course they're not going to mean the same thing to the same degree and intensity for everyone. So make sure to check your rising and your moon sign as well. You may find additional clarification and insight there, or they may play out a little more predictively for you than your primary sun sign. So try to watch all three if you know them and if you can. I am doing the beginning of the month general reading, so I'm going to be pulling 2 cards for each week with an additional 9th card from the bottom of the deck for overall energy and guidance. I am recording these in the end of the last week or so of June. These readings are for the month of July 2017. That is the intent. So this reading is for the water sign of Pisces, our fluid mercurial fish, Pisces, the water sign of Pisces for July 2017. Let us see what the month of July has in store for our Pisces. Pisces, July 2017. What do they need to see? What do they need to know? Messages for Pisces for July 2017. Okay, Pisces, we begin with the Devil, followed by the Page of Wands. Next to that, we have the Ace of Swords, followed by the Emperor, the Empress, followed by the Page of Cups. And at or towards the end of July 2017, we have the King of Cups and the Chariot. That's a nice way to end the month, because the beginning looks a bit on the unbalanced side. Now, from the bottom of the deck, your overall energy and guidance, well, 2 cards came out. Your overall energy and guidance is the Hermit, and the Judgment card popped out with it, so I'm going to hang on to that as well for overall energy and guidance. All right, Pisces, let me just take a minute to look at these. Okay, Pisces, so we begin the month, time being somewhat fluid, of course, with the Devil, followed by the Page of Wands. I don't really like this energy for you, because Wands is fire energy. That's the element which governs the suit of Wands. So this Wands is a very fiery, dynamic, action-oriented suit. Change, movement, action, power. It's about creating and manifesting and building. Pages, particularly in the present position, almost always represent a new beginning, or being at the introductory start of a path, of a new path, because pages are the youngest and least mature energies of the tarot. It's kind of like a student apprenticeship energy. Still have a lot to learn, maybe stumbling over your own feet. This Page of Wands is probably the fastest and most impulsive of all 4 of the pages, probably the most childish as well, less inclined to think ahead, because it's governed by the energy of fire. And paired with the Devil, which is fundamentally imbalanced. This can speak of imbalance in a variety of different ways. In relationships, it would be an unhealthy relationship, neediness, obsessiveness, power and control issues, addiction, drugs, alcohol, sex, gambling, shopping. Fundamentally, it represents the scales being out of whack. And paired with the Page of Wands, this can represent indulging to a point where something actually takes control of you, like in addictive behavior or destructive, self-destructive patterns, unhealthy patterns. So let me take a look at the elemental energy you have here. You have a lot of major arcana cards. 1, 2, well, 2 crowning cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 major arcana cards. 6 major arcana cards. A lot of divine energy. But I don't like how we start the month. So we start the month, maybe some of you are struggling with some destructive behaviors or unhealthy patterns, or it could be somebody close to you is doing that as well, and you're very, involved in that as well, perhaps a partner or a child. We have the Emperor and the Empress here too. So for some of you, this could be issues around your parents or around a parent. It could be, one of your parents may be struggling with some unhealthy behavior patterns or self-destructive patterns or drinking or drugs or something of that sort. Could be on the flip side of it, depending on which Virgos you are. Could be you're the one struggling with it and you have your parents or parental figures are there trying to kind of help you as well. It could be that you have a child that's going through perhaps, a drug or alcohol addiction problem or a very unhealthy or harmful relationship, and you as their parents are trying to kind of help them with that and deal with that. It really just depends on who you are watching this and if it resonates for you or not. If not, move on to your rising or your moon sign videos, because I'm getting primarily that there's a sense of imbalance with somebody. If it's not you, it could be a parent or a child, somebody or a partner, somebody very close to you. So next to that, we have the Ace of Swords, followed by the Emperor. So the Emperor is about structure. It can be like convention, tradition, like the Hierophant, but the Emperor is about structure, discipline, paying attention to details, being very, very careful to consider everything before you set anything into motion. The Emperor lives in a world where, all the trains and buses run on time, everything goes according to schedule. He's very careful about the decisions he makes because he has an empire to run, and every decision he makes affects a wide variety of people. This can often come up for a father or a father figure, an older paternal sort of person. It could represent a husband or a spouse as well, but somebody perhaps who would be older, somebody very structured. On a more negative side, they can be sometimes too structured, rigid, controlling. They have that kind of stern, strong, almost stern, strong father sort of figure. Not necessarily a bad thing. It's not in reverse, but there is that sense of order and structure and discipline and staying within the lines kind of energy. And it's paired with the Ace of Swords. Swords is governed by the element of air. And in the tarot, the Suit of Swords is all about what goes on up in our heads, our belief systems, how we look at things, our words and our ideas, and how we communicate those. Swords can also represent truth, clarity, illumination, reality, and sometimes higher education and learning. Aces are the number 1. They represent the beginning of something new, potential, promise. So the Ace of Swords actually delivers. The Ace of Swords would come in and cut in all extraneous fantasy and illusion. It would illuminate and expose the absolute reality and truth of a situation. This could be your epiphany, a wake-up call, seeing something in a new light, having a fresh new perspective on something. And paired with the Emperor, I feel like, again, it depends on what side of the story you're on there. Somebody has a problem, fundamentally imbalanced, whether that's a conventional addiction problem, unhealthy relationship. It could be you, a child, or a parent. It feels like, it looks like a father figure or somebody, a father or a father figure is somebody who's occupying that place, is trying to deliver a sense of reality. That could be you as well. The Emperor, manifests as a male, but it could be, a female who is also, representing a masculine trait in this situation. It doesn't necessarily have to be so gender specific, but it's like, if it's your father, you're trying, and if it's your father that's having this issue, or somebody who's like a father to you having this issue, you could be trying to get him to see reality, or get him to, have this wake-up call, or he has a wake-up call, or you have a wake-up call because of him saying it to you. Again, it depends on what side of the story you're on. Next to that, which is kind of makes sense, because it's like the father figure comes in and it's like trying to deliver reality, or there's a wake-up call somehow from him or to him or about this situation. And next to that, we have the Empress, followed by the Page of Cups. So here we have another pages. Pages also represent messages and messengers, and sometimes the presence of 2 or 3 or 4 pages in a reading can indicate a high degree of just being too immature, too childish, just seeing something in not a grown-up way. But I'm feeling a message energy off of this, and it's cups, which is water energy. And in the tarot, the Suit of Cups deals with the emotional realm of our life. It's about our feelings, our emotions. It's also about relationships as well, all different kinds of relationships and love. And I feel that there's messages of love and messages of support, messages that are emotional in nature coming from or to the Empress. And I feel like this has a maternal energy over it. The Empress is the traditional Earth Mother of the tarot. This is also a card of fertility. It can be a card of new beginnings because it represents fertility, the time being right to plant new seeds, and it's right next to the Ace of Swords. So it's like new insight, new perspective. It's time to make a change, to bring this imbalance back into balance. The Empress says that it's time to plant new seeds. It's time to have a new change. The time is right to affect this change. And it could be a mother or maternal figure on one side or the other in this story. It could be your mother or you acting as a mother to a parent or somebody close to you. Messages of love and support. You need to make a change. We need to get this imbalance back into balance, restore order and stability to your life or to this other person's life. And the Empress is delivering messages of positivity, help, love, and support. Now, at or towards the end of July 2017, I really like how this wraps up, Pisces, because we have the King of Cups showing a feeling for the majority of you is you, paired with the Major Arcana card of the Chariot. The King of Cups, so kings and queens represent individuals who have reached the mastery of their suit. They've matured beyond that immature energy of the page and that spontaneous, impulsive energy of the knights. So the King of Cups, so he's reached the mastery of his suit. Cups is emotions, feelings, relationships. So this is somebody who is emotionally balanced, emotionally grounded. He's able to, even in chaotic situations, keep his cool, be emotionally stable. He's a good source of emotional support, loving, nurturing. He's just got that emotional stability. So it looks like a lot of you at the end of July 2017, perhaps transitioning a bit into August, have finally kind of, if this is you having this imbalance problem, or whatever side of the situation you're on, the specifics are going to vary because there's so many of you watching. But for those of you for whom this resonates, the energy remains fundamentally the same, regardless of which role you're playing in this story. Some of you, this is you reaching this point of emotional stability or having been able to affect a change or help somebody affect a change and more stability in their life. For some of you, this could be a water sign individual, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, another one, Sun, Moon, or Rising, who is helping kind of take control of the situation or help whoever this person is take control of the situation in their life. Could be you just off and running, having gained your equilibrium, fought this battle and won. Because it's paired with the Chariot card. The Chariot is a card of success, swift, powerful, forward movement. This is a card of taking control of your life, because in order to operate this Chariot, she has to bring all these things together: the body of the Chariot, the wheels, the sphinxes or horses that operate the Chariot. She has to have a plan, know where she's going, and get there without being distracted or losing momentum. It's about channeling all your inner strength, determination, perseverance, attention to detail, single-minded, focused intent, and manifesting that externally to manifest an actual tangible change so you can be off and running forward. And it looks like at the end of the month you're doing that, or you're helping somebody doing that, or you've reached this point of stability where in the beginning it looks like it was very unstable for you or somebody close to you. Now, your overall energy and guidance, we have 2 cards. We have the Hermit and Judgment. The Hermit can be a card, I feel like it's 2-pronged here. For some of you, this can represent advice. The Hermit is about withdrawing, maybe kind of keeping to yourself or taking some time off to go within and use the sum total of all your years of experience and wisdom to gain insight and clarity, meditate, maybe connect with the divine to find an answer, a way through this. Because that's what hermits do. Hermits, monks, monastics, they retreat from conventional society or the distractions of the tangible world in order to gain insight and clarity into something. The Hermit can also, for some of you, represent that this imbalance, this addiction, this unhealthy unhealthy relationship, whatever this is causing you, is isolating you from friends and family, or creating rifts for you between you and friends and family too. So be aware of that and be vigilant about that. And also, another card popped out with that crowning card, which I felt was important to keep, the Major Arcana card of Judgment. This is a call to action. This is a wake-up call too. This says you've got to do something about this, or this person has to do something about this, but also in a careful way. Judgment has an air of finality about it, meaning whatever changes you set into motion, whatever you choose, whatever path you choose, it's going to set the stage for quite some time. You're not going to be able to come back from this, or come back easily from it. So be aware that moving forward, if you continue, or this person continues in the same unhealthy pattern of destructive behavior, it's going to set the stage for quite some time. And any, of course, life changes that you make, will be difficult to undo, if not impossible to do. So consider carefully, but above all, it is a wake-up call. It's time to make a change. So Pisces, that pretty much sums up your July 2017 reading. It's a powerful reading, whether you're the central person in this or you're a supportive person somehow in this. It's a very powerful reading, and it looks like at the end of the month, a battle has been fought and won, and some balance and equilibrium has been restored, and you're off and running, taking control again, which is a beautiful, powerful thing. So I hope you have enjoyed the reading. I hope it's brought you some insight, food for thought, some clarification. Again, if any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me, click on that little about or description button on my channel's homepage. I would be most happy to work with you. You can email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I will see all of you again in about a week for the love snapshots for July. Keep an eye out for those. And until then, as always, Pisces, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. And I hope to see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.